Hello everybody. In this video we are going to continue and actually starting doing the portfolio. As you remember in the last one we just specify a little bit how component works, how can actually create a new one really quick, how can you need to import it and declare it, like this one, import the component and then you need to declare it and then you can actually use it in your application. So let's continue in order to finish or doing pretty much our portfolio. What I want to do for the portfolio, and let me go to here. What I want to have is actually a main page, just the name in the middle, some kind of navbar on the top, and another page with all the projects that we have been working on. Something really simple. A main page and another page for the project. So it is actually going to be your portfolio. So let's get started. So as you can notice too, I didn't commit anything. This was on purpose because actually the next step is going to be doing some kind of cleanup. So in order to do that cleanup, we're going to start, let's remove pretty much from the application view, let's remove this one, perfect. Let's remove my navigation, sorry for that. Let's remove the styling. Perfect. Let's remove this one. Okay. So something really simple. And this will be running. Supposed to, there you go. Now that we have that, we actually can delete our hello world. We can delete our navigation, a router. We're going to just keep right now the home, and we're going to delete the other two. So we're going to delete about, and delete another page. And in our home, just delete the content and just put a simple hello world or hello there. I like the hello there. And let's remove this component and the component import. And I believe it's it. There you go. We have a simple, clean application. So we can actually, now, we can actually add everything and do clean up. Next step, we need to actually install our dependencies. And the main one that we are going to be using here is going to be Tailwind. As you remember in the past, we have been importing Tailwind in the index HTML. But that's actually not the best way to do it. That's not the proper way to do it, because when you do it like that, you have the full Tailwind application and you can actually do some kind of changes or over the time. So to simplify that, let me open a new terminal here. And somebody already did a plugin to actually help you to install Tailwind the proper way. So when you are inside your project folder, you can see it over here, the path. I just do view add Tailwind. And that's it. We just let it finish. When it's asking us about the configuration file, we do a minimal. And it creates everything there. So if we go back, actually, I believe we need to, sorry for this. We need to close it and we need to start a server again because we changed the way how Vue is going to render things on the root level. And now we can actually see that perfect. When you see the word like that, that means that everything gets installed as supposed to be. So I open Tailwind page. We go to the get starter. We actually see several steps. So what that command, view add Tailwind, is actually pretty much added Tailwind. It creates this CSS file with this import. It creates the config file for us. and then and did the proper configuration that is supposed to be have. And there's another one like controlling file size. So what it is actually is setting up purge CSS in order to clean up everything that we doesn't need to have there. Why? That way it just got and the final build it wants just to take the different classes or the different stylings that you apply in your application and the one that you didn't apply it, it's going to get rid of those in order to make your application smaller. So all that complex configuration, it was done with that simple view at Tailwind. Perfect. So we can actually commit now. Add Tailwind. And we can continue. Before we proceed, I like to do a couple of things. This test is optional. This is just a personal matter for me. So if I go to the ESLint, this is pretty much the one who handle the lookup field of the application regarding the quote and the styling a little bit. So what I like to have is I want to change the view essential to view recommended. And here, what I like to have is two new rules. So I like to actually have the semi and open an array, and I will see that error, comma, never, because I don't like to use semicolons at the end, and the quote. And I like actually to have the error, and I like to use single quote. Perfect. And another one, in order to make it working, because we have ESLint with Predator, we need to do in a root code dot prettier dot prettier sorry dot js, and that will create another file, and that one we're going to export something really simple. That's pretty much what we're doing is the same. No use semicolons at the end and single quotes. So this is just optional, but this is actually just for the way that I like the style my company. So if I save that, oh, I need to turn on my formatting, of course. Perfect. You will see that it starts doing what it's supposed to. So you saw how this over here? There you go. So we can actually, what I like to do here is I like to open everything that I have. So my index, I save it. My home, I save it. Application view, save it. Main JavaScript, save it. And the ESLint, save it. I don't know why this one didn't did what it's supposed to. Treater, save it. Bubble config, save it. So I probably need to do this manually. So this is getting slow, sorry for that. So let's just making sure that I have single quotes everywhere. And probably there were faster ways to actually do this. I didn't think through at the beginning, sorry. Okay. And I believe I have everything. Oh, with my pipe post CSS and my tailwind. Perfect. So in my case, I will just add it linting. This is the way that I like it. So now that we have that, I will close everything. I will refresh the page. Perfect. And let's go start with the application view. And in the application view, the first thing that I want to do is actually I want to do my navbar. So the way to do the navbar, and because we're using Tailwind for that, let's actually create a new component called navbar.view. Let's put it like navbar, perfect. And let's render something really simple. Okay, so in my application view, what I'm going to do is import navbar from in my component folders, navbar. After I import it, I need to declare it. So we have the big components shortcut in order to generate this. And just put navbar there. And after that, I'm able just to render it over here. Whoa. There you go. We have a navbar and pretty much the content. That's what I like it. So let me start working with my navbar, and I will start thinking what to do. So I want to have like a main div, and I have some kind of title on the left and some menus on the right. So we can actually think about, we can use the nav element just to keep consistent with HTML5. And this one, nav element, will have, let's think a little bit. Class, class, and it's going to be wide of the screen because I want to put it like across the board. I would do a C20 because I want to that bar to be fixed. So I want to always stay there. I want to have like a shadow to Excel. And I'm typing this because these actually are in the Tailwind documentation. So if you want to see what you can do there, you go to the Tailwind documentation. I don't know a little bit what I need. And I want, let's do it red. Yeah, let's do it red. And text white. Perfect, not showing nothing because we don't have content. There you go. It's a little bold, but I like it. So after that, we need to have two different elements. We need to have something on the left, and we need to have something on the right. On the left, let's do a span, my span again. Let's do a title here. My portfolio, perfect. And this one will have class font light, and let's do the text a little bit bigger, 3XL. Perfect. And let's do portfolio a little bit bigger, so it will add the class, well, no bigger, like tighter, a little bit bolder. So let's do a font bold, probably it's too much, semi-bold. Perfect. So my portfolio. There's a thing here that I didn't like it. Let me just add a nav classes, and let me work with the nav class over here. So let me do my style. I like to use the CSS scope. That means that the styling that I'm doing here will not affect any other component. It just stay with this component. And I can select my navigation, have different styling. Let's do apply. Will allow us to put pretty much stuff like this here. So I want to have height of 24 probably. Okay, better. I want this to be fixed. Padding left, actually do a padding X of 12. That allows to have that little space on the left and on the right too. So it's going to be a flex item where we'll have justify center and items center. I need to remove this from here. Perfect. And actually it is going to be justify between. Perfect. What does mean? Justify between will add space in the middle. So we have this here and we have other on the right. This will be pretty much to the right because the spacing is in the middle. This is pretty much what I needed. So let me add this one a little bit bigger. Probably this is going to be better. Probably 700 was too much. But this look a little bit better. Let's do 800. And let's do it. Yeah, I see the benefit there. So on the right, what I want to do, we have a rudder link and to call home, and we're going to go to home. Perfect. And I want to add some kind of styling. One of the cool things about this is we can actually specify, as I showed you before, a class link, and then we say, okay, my general link styling is going to be here, and I want to apply, and of course apply came just for Tailwind, doesn't work with anything else. I'm padding X, so pretty much on the left and the right of 2, and let's do font semi-bold. There you go. And one of the CSS allows us to do is that right here I can do and hover. I say hover. So when I'm over that element, I can apply text yellow 500. Perfect. Cool. So now that I have that, I can create my other link portfolio. I have my portfolio link and my home. Of course, my portfolio need to go to portfolio. It doesn't exist yet. Well, we need to create it. Perfect. I like my nightbar how it actually looks like. Oh, so let's now start doing the content. And for doing the content, um, let's go to my home view. I'm looking at my notes right now. So what we're going to do here, let's remove this class. And let's do what we can do. We have main div. Let's do another one that's going to be our background image. So I will use a background image. There's a really good place on Flash, I believe. There you go. You can look for images like this one if you want to put like a new background. There are several of those. The ones that actually like you look for technology. It gives you a bunch. And let's put something like code. Perfect. There's a bunch of those, right? So you can actually choose whatever you want, and we can apply it in our application as a background. So I already have one. So you can download anything, you pretty much just click it, download for free, and start using it. But in my case, I already have in my test directory, and let me just copy that for you guys. So give me a minute, so I'm going to move. There you go. You go to my assets. I already copied this one over here. And I like this one. Oh, we have the logo. Let's remove the logo. We forget about that. Let's remove this logo. It doesn't need to be there. Let me just check something really quick. So now that I have my image here in my asset folder, I want to render it. So I will do another div. This was going to be relative. And I have a screen. That means it's going to be the size of my screen, pretty much. And I want that the background is going to be covered. I want the background to be center. And I want to have a shadow of 2XL. So what I'm going to do is, and the way that I like to import this kind of image in assets, I like to import it like import background image from that specific place. So I will go back to my asset background image, and I will create a data element. Data is where we have data activity, remember, in view. And that data is going to be pretty much my background image. When I specify this actually should be something like this. But when you have in JavaScript, when you have the same key and value with the same name, you can actually specify one time like this. So that will allow us to do something really cool here. I'm going to do style, and we're going to specify a dynamic style. We have this column at the beginning, it's just in view. That means that we can do some kind of playing around with there. And what we can specify is we do a backlit, and we can do background image URL, and then we send the variable that is actually background image. If we do that, didn't work. So let's see what's happening there. Give me a minute. Okay, sorry for that. So actually find out what is actually the issue. I'm inside my portfolio and I'm making change to home. So I go to my home directory. I saw that we have the background there, the way that we're supposed to have it. Cool. So let me add some kind of color at the top because I don't want to have the image like the full image. So let's put it inside my div. I will create another one that's going to have pretty much the same properties. Going to be the size of my screen. And let's do background red 700 probably. Yeah, and let's add an opacity of 75. So we have that kind of color. Let me change this to 800. Probably it's a little bit better. I like that. So we can still see the image in the bottom, but without that red thing at the top. It's pretty much what I needed. And this div can actually close it right here, because I will not put anything inside that. Oh, well, we have this as relative, sorry. Okay, yeah, it's still there. And now we can actually put our text. So let's create another text. Let's do another div. This one we have an h1 with my name. You will not see it because that's actually, okay, it's right there. Because this one is pretty much sizing, so we need to, that's why it's there. And let's do another one, let's do an h3 probably. And I will put something like full stack developer software architect. Remember, this is a portfolio. You're supposed to talk about good about you without lying. So yes, I put like my status and my name. So I want now to move all this information to be here in the middle. And let's work with that. So the first thing that we're going to be using is, let's do this absolute class, absolute, and then let's do this one too. But we change the top to 0. There you go. We change the top to 0. We can actually do, I want this to have a flex element. It's going to be in a column format. I want to justify center, and my items to the center. There you go. I have my information there. Doesn't look pretty. Let's start changing this a little bit. So my H1 with my name, I will start adding some classes. I will do a really big text. So let's do text 6 XL. There you go. Let's do font bold. Perfect. Of course, we need to have text white. Let's do I want, when I hover over, I want to change the text to red and have like a background in white. So let's do that. Let's see how that actually look. So I can do hover. When I hover it, my background is going to be white, and when I hover, my text is going to be red 800, is the one that we are using. There you go. Pretty neat. Let me add a little more padding to the left and right. So let's actually, probably over here, we can do padding X4. There you go. We added that sizing so we can actually see it like that. And what happens if I add an opacity? Let's see if I can add an opacity. Oh, perfect. That opacity somehow show a little bit of the background without losing that information. So I like it a little bit. Yeah, we'll leave it. And let's do pretty much the same for our status or for our title. But let's just do a little bit smaller font. There you go. So we have our main portfolio. Now I want to add at the bottom, but I want to scroll a little bit and show there like my information. Let's actually work that. And actually let me commit. We have not committed. So let's add it, navbar and home. Let me add another component called footer. And in my footer, let me do something really, really simple. Be base, name, footer. And let's do my main classes I like to use: flex, justify, center, item, center. And let's do my footer, or let's actually do a simple div. That one will have class OH20. We have we need to have to the bottom py 8, and it will be a flex item, and in there we can just use a simple paragraph with some padding, right? Well, let's keep the padding for a minute, and let's put in order to have the copyright, you need to type copy like this. This is HTML, and I put my copyright to me. Let's see how that actually looks. Oh, we need to import it. So in the application, I'm going to import my footer. I'm going to declare it and to use it. There you go. You see that what I did here. So my menu is still is static because we have that property of being like fixed. We added some Sera index that keeps us to be like on top of everything, and we added that little shadow that pretty much giving us like a property that this came up from the bottom. Cool. So we can add some icons in there, and I find out that one of the best ways to do it is actually to import a font for icons, something like font awesome or material design icons. But let's actually use something that I like. I found out this one, view material design icons. So what this guy did it is pretty much use those icons and created those icons as components. So you can actually specify those components inside your application. And let me show you a little bit what I'm talking about. So the way to install it is adding this, and let's actually use it. So we are going to yarn add view material design icons. Our installation is recommending us to actually have this optional, that's styling in the main JS. So I actually didn't use it, so I believe we're going to be fine with that section. And in order to import it, we just import that specific icon for the menu. So I have so let me go to the footer, and I want to import something, I don't know what yet, from view material design icons. If we do forward slash, we can have like the all type of icons that we need. So let me look for GitHub. Probably GitHub circle is a good one. So let's actually import that one. Let me import, I want to import my Facebook, and I want to import my Twitter. I don't know, something like that. Facebook and Twitter. I know that those already exist. So now that we have them, we need to declare it because those actually are components. So we have the GitHub circle, Facebook, Twitter. Now that we have those there, we can start using it. So after a paragraph, what I want to do, I want to have a link to my GitHub account, and it's going, let me do target blank. This is not router link because I actually want to send it somewhere else. And when you do target forward slash, I forget the name, underscore blank, sorry. What it does is open the link in a new window. And I can put like GitHub here. So I will put it like that. I just want to put the text. I want to show you that. Oh, I need to start using those. So GitHub circle, and this is like this. Then we put the Facebook one and the Twitter one, and then we just put like something like this. Now we have those links over there, as you can see. So in my name, what I want to do here, that's why I had my padding right. So I separate a little bit from the links. And now that I separate from the links, I can add some classes to here. And the first one is going to be, let's add class YouTube, class Facebook, and class Twitter. And with that in my styling, and actually already have it, let me just copy over. To my GitHub class hover, I am applying the change the color to red. My Facebook, I changed the color to blue, and my Twitter changed the color to another shade of blue. There's a GitHub is there, Facebook, and Twitter. If I click my GitHub, is the one that I put there, it sends me to there. So that's pretty neat. You need to add your links in the Edge reference section. If you want it. If you don't want to use your personal accounts, you just remove that element. I just want to show you actually how to put it there. So that's pretty much the main screen. And I like it. So probably something that we can do, I'm trying to look at that. If I remove, oh, look at that. It looks a lot more cleaner. Yeah, I like it. But for our portfolio, it will not work. So I will do some little hack over here and I will show you that in the next video. I want to stop right now because I believe this is already getting too big. So let me stop the recording and continue another one for the portfolio section. Happy coding, everybody.